So I wanted to talk a bit about the toxicity in the Tekken 7 community. And the reason why I don't really want to be a part of it, I just play the game because of two characters that I love, Julia and Harong. I just love them, so I play the game. Hopefully I'll find an alternative and then I'll move to that game. But there is a problem with Tekken, Tekken in general, especially in the country that I live in. It's a third world country where people are generally aggressive and very not very polite, and they're kind of assholes basically. That's what I was trying to say. And they're barbaric too, and it shows in whatever they do. And that's the reason why they're so good at Tekken in the world, because I think the only thing that they know, barbaric people, the only thing that they know is how to fight and how to, spend time learning how to fight, whether virtually or in real life. And that's the reason why I think that the people of this country, their barbarism actually shows in almost everything that they do, including the sports, all of the sports that they play and everything. So anyway. So I was playing this game against this guy, and I believe this guy is actually some kind of, a hotshot or something. And this is the reason why I think that the Tekken community in general is toxic, because people that play Tekken are not gentlemen. This is not a gentleman's game, and I strongly believe that if you belong from a family, good background, you have a good background, you are cultured, don't play games like Tekken, because you will be losing against people that are dirt. So don't basically do that. And of course, you do not know, since most people that will be watching this video will be from a third world country, from a first world country, they won't really know much of what is happening over here. But let me show you the language that these people use when they are playing actually. First of all, a guy like this, who actually has a Twitch channel, generally means that this is his life. This is the only thing that he does. Like, he probably just, plays the game and goes to sleep. That's probably his entire life. I'm not sure, but it appears that way because of the way he was saying that frames, plus frames, this frames, people that have jobs, that actually have jobs and are trying to live their lives, probably don't really, have the time or the energy to spend learning all of the different frames and the different frame data that is in the game. Basically because people that actually have a life will probably not spend enough time on such things. Some people play it casually. So this guy repeatedly, many times, said few things which I believe are only a toxic person can say. And I'll try to basically, Pakistani is generally toxic, so and you can also see the flaws in Tekken anyway. This game is, generally speaking, very flawed. And you can see it over here, one of the various things that is happening in this game. So right now he's quiet, and probably next time if I ever find a Twitch player, I'm not going to play him. But now the reason why basically over here, and I mean this guy used a mix-up, that's fine. The reason why I attacked is basically because I didn't think a player that is a Twitch player would actually finish the attack, because whenever you finish attack, most of Leo's attacks you're in minus. So I didn't know that he would actually finish it, because if I was playing Leo, I wouldn't be finishing the combos or the mix-ups if I didn't hit confirm, because that leaves you in minus after the hit confirm. So first of all, I can judge by the accent of this guy, this player, whether he's an Indian or a Pakistani, is that he's just a typical third world country guy. So I'm not really going to even talk about his accent and the way he is generally conducting himself. So what he just said is that I was in -0. First of all, there's no such thing as -0. It's just 0. So what he did is he basically said that I'm at -0 and why I'm attacking. Well, obviously I don't know that I was on 0 frames. Like I said, I don't have enough time to learn the different things that are in.
Nice.
I mean, this is probably his life. That's the only thing that he knows. And the way he's speaking to his friends, I know for certain that this guy is one of those, influenced by the feudal culture that's in Pakistan. And by the feudal culture, I mean that those people who, believe in honor killing, those kind of people. So, and of course, this game is modded, so probably he has also frame data stuff as well. And when he's saying like idara, it basically is kind of like a taunt that people use, that come here, come here. He's like being aggressive in a virtual game, so you can just imagine how freaking toxic he might be. And he said nice because most Harang players online can't do what I just did, and it's not anything special. I mean, just practice. You can basically do this. So I mean, that wasn't really nice. And considering how good of a player he thinks he is, that skyrocket was launch punishable. That skyrocket that I missed, I didn't miss. In fact, he blocked it. That was fully launch punishable. And he didn't launch punish it. So either he didn't know that I was like on -18 frames or something, but he definitely did not know that that is launch punishable. So I mean, it's okay. Not everybody knows, but considering that he considers himself a very good player, he should have known that that was launch punishable. So again, you can see one of the flaws in the game where this guy can actually, push me against the wall, and the attacks in this game are basically such that, first of all, the punishment system, I really hate it. In all fighting games, there shouldn't be any punishment system. There should only be a sway system where you can just sway, or you can just, just duck under something, or you can just use the slips that are in boxing. So if you could use that, that would be good. And that's the reason why I actually do basically start punching as soon as this guy hits, is because I don't like this, that you cannot interrupt attacks. You should be able to interrupt every single attack with an evasive move. That's how these games should have been designed. So, and you see that accent that he just used. I mean, I'll try to like do that. Like his accent. This one. This is typical. The people in Pakistan, this is what Jahils basically use. And by Jahils, I basically mean the people who are literally illiterate, the dirt of Pakistan. They have this kind of an accent. And I'm losing against this kind of a person in online. Like a guy who is probably never ever even, he doesn't probably even know how to eat with a fork and knife properly. So those kind of people I'm basically, losing against. And when he's doing this, idara, this is another thing that they use in it's a kind of like a taunt. First of all, the game shouldn't allow this. This is not really, I can't really fault him for exploiting this since the game allows this. But generally speaking, if you are doing this, you're representing just how cultured you are. And, I respect a guy like Kavis. At least he's respectful to his opponents. So this guy is just like, not even fighting me properly. Like he's basically waiting for me to miss, and then he's going to use a snake's edge, and that's not proper fighting. That's not proper fighting. I know that he's exploiting the game because that's what the game allows, but generally speaking, this is one of the worst mechanics of the game that I can see. And he's saying that I would hit 1-2. The reason why I basically used 1-2, and he's also taunting me right now that he's saying that he hit 3 consecutive lows. Well, the game shouldn't allow it. It shouldn't be there. You should only have 1 or 2 lows, and in fact, you should have only 1 low. Haran cannot do more than 1 low anyway. He can just like do a spinning low which is, I believe it says down back 3, which is something that he can do. Characters like these can do multiple lows. So these guys, first of all, they are barbaric, represent the feudal culture of Pakistan. And basically, whenever you play in this country, you risk, if you're cultured and you're civilized, you risk losing against people like these. And I think he's using some kind of a mod, because I was not mirrored. You see this? He is like using some kind of a mod, because, or he's mirrored. Either that or he's mirrored. One of those two things. I don't think this is mirrored though. But I was not on the left. Sorry, I was not on the right. I was on the left actually. So he's probably using some kind of a mod. I don't know. But over here, you know, I represent my, you know, I basically am I believe that I'm cultured, so I know that he is AFK. I just go away. I just go away. I just backdash, because if there's no point in attacking him, if he's AFK, I'm here to fight, basically. So, you know. So these players are like good player, yeah. These are doing like that, which I find appreciate. But if people like these call me good players, and I guess it's better that they don't say anything. So anyway, good player, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So basically, whenever you go against a Twitch player, know that most of the time they'll be toxic, unless you're going against a relatively cultured person like Kavis, then you're fine. He respects his opponents. But generally speaking, most so basically what they were saying in Urdu is that until he moved, I didn't move, which is actually true. I didn't move because if the player's AFK, I respect my opponents. I say, okay, when you're back, then we'll play. So that's what I did. But yeah, the Tekken community in general, and most gaming communities in the world are toxic, except for those that have people. It's difficult for people to play like racing simulators, where you need a racing simulator that costs like $15,000, maybe $10,000. Generally speaking, the racing community is not as toxic as most fighting communities, video game fighting communities, and other communities that you see. Gamers, generally speaking, are toxic. Okay? They generally speaking are toxic, and I simply don't like this. Like, be respectful. And if you cannot be respectful, then okay, fine, that's okay, but then you'll get videos like these made about you. And you definitely represent the barbaric side of humanity. And trust me, this guy's going to succeed in life, because he's going to rip and tear through every single person who shows a little bit of respect to him. So I respect this guy in this way, that he's like a lion, and people like me, we are like deers. We mind our own business. We just do our stuff and we go, right? These are the kind of people that basically want to rip everybody a new one, basically. So I respect this guy for what he is. Remember that the barbarians did in the end conquer Rome. They did destroy Rome. Was it the barbarians or was it the Vikings? Anyway, the barbarians were a thing, and they did become a nuisance for many people. So similarly, when you've got these kind of people, they'll be a nuisance for everybody around them, but that's fine. They'll succeed. And this guy is going to succeed in life. I think his barbarism and his absolute ruthlessness is going to make him succeed. He is going to succeed, and most likely I will just be here trying to figure out, trying to figure out just how do these people exist. That's all I'm going to say.